Hi everybody, this is Alex Deploy from Expert Forex. Today we're going to be talking about how to format your charts to trade the WATO system. Now, you can use any charting system you wish, and we're going to be using a MetaTrader to show you the formats of the WATO trading charts. Your charting system, as long as it's flexible, and I think the biggest limitation is that a lot of charting systems don't have volume information. Now, volume information is only important if once you're training in phase one. When you move on to phase two and go into the longer time frames, volume becomes less important. So you might need to train on MetaTrader and then move to your favorite charting system. But what we've done is, or what I've done is, I've loaded a demo account from ODL. We normally trade with Alpari, but I'm going to use ODL as our demonstration account. And what I've done is I've deleted all the charts that are in the default profile. Now, I'm using terms that you might not be aware of, but if you click on this icon, which is normally on the left hand side of your screen, you'll see profiles. And what I'm talking about is there's already some default profiles that comes with your MetaTrader charting system. I have locked into the default profile, and it'll all make a little bit more sense as we move on. I've also cleared all the charts that are in the default because we're going to start from scratch. Right. In order to show you the setup, we're going to be using the euro, the yen, and the euro yen sets of charts. We want three sets of charts: the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minute charts for each of those. So it means we're going to have 9 charts on our screen. So we start by loading, let's say, the euro, 3 charts of the euro. You just load them as I'm doing now, and then you load 3 charts of the yen, and then we load 3 charts of the euro yen. As simple as that. Okay, and then this is a bit messy, so I'll sort them using clicking on window, and then and tile horizontally, and there I've sorted them now in a much better visual basis. But they are still aren't set up the way we like them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just choose this particular chart and set it up in a more pleasing visual basis. So the first thing I want to do is just format this chart with into candlesticks and with a white background. So how I do that is I right click on my chart, go to properties, and then set the colors the way I want them. So I'll start with black on white, and we're going to be using a candlestick chart. So it will be the up candles will be blue, the bull candles, and the down candles, which are the bear ones, will be red. I think all the rest are pretty okay. And all right, already we've got the correct. Now we still don't have candle settings. Now again, there's an icon that we can move from a bar chart to a candlestick, so we do that. We're now on candle, and in order to see the candlesticks, we have to zoom in a bit, and I'm going to zoom in. There we go. So now we have our candlestick chart, and I'm just going to move it to the left a bit because I like having a bit of a space here. When I'm trading, and generally it's good for trend lines and things like that. It's much better to have that. So so we've now set up a chart that has a candlestick, has candlestick formations and a nice background. And what we can do is save all this work by saving this as a template. Now you can get your template profiles from here, or you could most probably go here and select templates, and then save template, and we'll call this candles because that's all it is at the moment. It's just candles. I'm going to save it as candles, and boom. Now once you've saved a template, what that allows you to do is to go to another chart, load the same template that you've just loaded there onto that chart, and that's the beauty of templates. So templates are pretty handy labor saving devices. All right, so we've got step one of our chart setups. The next setup is to do the indicators. There are three indicators that we use. We use a moving average, an RSI, and the volume indicators on the 1 minute chart. So let's start with the moving average. So we go insert indicator, and there might be a problem with this particular one, but I'll just yeah, it is. I will have to go. This F plus is indicators. I'm going to the moving average is a trend indicator, so you go trend moving average, and there's our moving average setup block. We use a 3 period shifted by 3. We use a simple moving average. You can also use a smoothed one. It doesn't really matter which settings you use, as long as you use them consistently on all your charts. So there we have our simple moving average, and we will apply this to the closing price. Some people like doing it on the median price. Also, again, doesn't matter as long as you use it consistently. And we're going for a green moving average. Now, if I click on here, the moving average will be loaded onto the chart. And while we use the moving average, I'm not going to explain them in details, is that the moving averages capture the trends beautifully. You can see below the moving average is in a sell trend, above the moving average is in a buy trend. The price has just gone into a buy trend there. So it's a very quick visual indicator. The next one is the RSI, which we will load from our button. And the RSI is an oscillator or a momentum indicator, and there it is. It's a relative strength index. Click on that, and our setting has already been preloaded. It's 4. It's based on the close, and it is we're going for a navy one. The other thing to look at is the levels. In this case, sometimes we use 20 and 80 as our first levels. In this case, I'm going to load 25 and 75. Again, those are of less importance. The most important level is 50 on that. So we've got 3 levels loaded. They're in green. I'm actually going to dot them, I think, because to make them a little bit softer. And when you press OK, there we go. It's loaded. The RSI is the dark blue RSI with the levels in green. And there, so now we have 2 indicators. We've got the moving average and the RSI. The last indicator that we'll load is the volume indicator. Again, I'll go to the icon at the top, click on that, and there's a section called volumes, and we just load the volume one. And I like putting the up values, in other words, the increasing volumes in red and the decreasing volumes in green, and setting them for the thickest setting that you can. I know the book is most probably the other way around, but don't worry. Again, as long as you apply these things consistently, there's no problem with them. So if I click on here, it will load the volumes of that will be traded, that are currently being traded. This is what that indicator um, says. All right, so what we have here is we've got the setup that we routinely would like on a 1 minute chart. So again, we need to save this as a template. So I go to templates, and I go to save template, and we'll call this WATO 1 minute. WATO 1 minute. Okay, and save this. So now we have our template for our 1 minute charts, and there it is. And all I need to then go is template WATO 1 minute. template WATO 1 minute. Okay, so on our other charts, I'm going to load it onto this one too. We don't use volume. We only use volume on a 1 minute chart. So we don't want the volume. So to delete an indicator, you right click, you go to indicator list, you highlight the indicator you don't want, and you delete it, and we go close. So now we have a chart set up that does not include the volume indicator. And again, good thing to save this as a template. So we go save template, and we'll call this WATO, just plain WATO, and not the 1 minute one. So now that particular template is more applicable to the other charts that we load, and we'll just go and do that. Right, we're making progress. The next step would be to get the the times set up properly. What and then the last one, WATO. Okay. Now, uh, as I said in the beginning, we're going to be setting up a 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute chart. So all we do, highlight the chart and click on 1 minute. Highlight the chart, click on 5 minutes. Highlight the chart and click on 15 minutes. So and the confirmation, there's the 1 minute confirmation, 5 minute, and the 15 minute. Other way of doing that is right click on the chart, go into this little section here and click on 1 minute. Right click on the chart, go into that section, 5 minutes. Right click on the chart, go to that section, and we are 15 minutes. Same thing, very quick. 1 minute, 5 minutes, and we now have 15 minutes. Okay, so we're making progress now. We now have our basic chart set up. So now all we need to do is proportion the charts to their importance, and I like making the 1 minute charts bigger and the other ones smaller. So how I do that is I just literally squeeze the 15 minute down, oops, wrong chart, squeeze the 5 minute down, and then move the 5 minute down next to the 15 minute, and then just move this one down. Okay, there we go. So now we've got a big 1 minute, a smaller 5 minute, and a smaller 15 minute chart. And what you would do is you would make the chart that you want to trade with the most prominent one, and you just do it the same way as what I'm just doing it. So let's do that. And we move it down, and there we go. Last one. There we are. Okay, so now we have our chart setups, and I think the next thing I'll just show you quickly is what I like doing is just giving them a bit more character. So I'm just going to change the background color of the Euro Yen charts to blue. And I do that by going properties, background, and I just select the ice blue color. Properties, background blue. Okay, and then we'll just make one of the others in a different color so that you can distinguish them from each other a little bit easier. Properties, and I'm just clicking on that one here. Okay, so this has taken a while, and but we have now got a setup that we like, and the important thing now is to save the setup as a profile. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to profiles, click on that. It'll say save profile as, and we'll call it WATO because that's what it is. WATO. We can say a Euro Yippie because that's the WATO. So this is the WATO Euro Yippie, and when I press OK, you'll see that the name WATO appears at the bottom, tells you you're now working on the WATO Euro Yippie profile, and there we have it. So if you want to now flip from to another profile, let's say we go to the Euro, I don't know what's at that profile, not a nice profile, but and we flip back to our WATO profile, it is there. We don't have to do any more work on this particular one. Okay, just to give you a brief overview of how we use this system to the charts to evaluate whether trading conditions are favorable for us to trade. What we want to do is we want the price must be in the same mode, either buy mode or sell mode, on all nine these charts. And how we do that is we look at the price position compared to the moving average. So if it's above, it's in a buy. If it's below, it's in a sell. So buy, oops, sort of below, so that's it, that one's out. This one is in a buy, that one's in a buy, but this one's in a sell and that one's in a sell. So we don't have a coordinated situation where all of them are in a buy or a sell. This one is in a buy, that one's in a buy, that's marginal. So they almost in a buy. If we stick around for a little bit longer, they must probably all go into a buy. And what that is that we only want to trade when all three of the currencies are in the same mode, and then we don't just blindly trade. We look for actual trading signals, which will be covered in a future video. So I hope you found this chart setup video informative. Again, we have used MetaTrader, but you can use any charting system that will give you this kind of layout. This is not the perfect layout. You can adapt it to your own needs and wants, but this is the one that we suggest, which gives you a good view of all the charts, and literally within 5 seconds or so you can evaluate the market very quickly and see. The other thing I didn't show you was the RSI. This one's above, that's in buy mode, that's above in buy mode, but that's below, that's in sell mode. This one's above in buy mode, above in buy mode, above. So there's only one. So as I said earlier, the market has just moved into a buy mode. All except for that one, all the currencies are essentially in buy mode. So now we've got to see how quickly the alignment can occur, and we will start looking for trading signals from now on. But thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this trading session, and I hope I've given you all the information you need to carry on from here. From me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.